Let's take a quick look at Macro's PDF editor. I'll open an example file, which is a 30-page credit agreement. You can see it has a table of contents and then a bunch of defined terms. And if I want to jump right into the body of the document, let me just open the search pane. I'll search for the covenants section, COV, and you'll see as I'm typing, instant results come up for all of the defined terms, sections, chapters, schedules, annexes, and sections that match my query. So I'll dive right into the negative covenants, and I'll just hit escape to close that panel. Now, as I'm reading this section here, all of the defined terms and clauses and so forth are hyperlinked automatically by the software. I can always turn this off just by clicking hide here, but let's leave it on and I'll show you the rest of the demo. So a term like obligations is referencing something like construction receiver, which is then referencing construction, which is referencing the plans and specifications, and so forth. So this is like any legal document or any financial agreement. It's highly cross-referential, and usually in a program like Acrobat or Word, you would have to scroll, search to find what you're looking for. In Macro, everything is at your fingertips. So I can just click on any term like permitted encumbrances, and it'll bring up that term right at my fingertips. As we're going through the document as well, you'll probably see some section references. I've put those in green. You can always change these colors to suit your liking. So I click here on 2.02, and you'll see that brings it up in a little picture-in-picture window. Within this picture-in-picture window, I can also click on terms and sections. Let's say I want to read this full screen. I'm reading it alongside, but I want a full screen view into this new section. Just click open in new tab here, and it'll open this provision, but we haven't lost our place. So you can see we have our original section in this tab, our new section here, and we can always just open a new tab, and it works just like a web browser, so you can bounce back and forth between various tabs. Great, so let's take a look again at search. As we're going through, let's say I want to find any defined term like default. I can just search and I'll see instant results as well as the number of references for all of these terms, or if I want to jump right to the governing law. And you can see actually I've already highlighted this. So if I jump over to my comments, you'll see I've added a red highlight for the governing law. Maybe that's because it's not good and I want to change it. And a green highlight for severability. I can always change these, and it makes it really easy to create notes in the program. I also have some defined terms that I pinned here. Let me actually X out of these just to show you what that looks like. So as I'm going through the document, there might be something like loan documents that I want to remember what this is, so I can just click pin, or something like construction receiver, just click pin. And I build up a abstract or an issues list on the side panel here with all of my exported items. I can now create a Word file that contains all of my annotations here and export this and send it to somebody else. There's also a page view, so thumbnails just like any other PDF editor, and I can merge and organize files. So let's say I had multiple files and I wanted them to cross-link to each other, so maybe I've defined terms in one file that are referencing sections or things like that. I can just merge files here, and all of those things will cross-link across documents. Macro is also a full PDF editor. So everything I've showed works with both Word and PDF files. When you open a PDF file, you'll see here on the left-hand side that we can add text boxes, images, shapes, and so forth. It has all the functionality that you need in something like Acrobat Pro, for example. As I'm going through the document, Macro will also flag key errors. So we can filter these here, and you can see all the categories. So duplicate terms, missing terms, unused terms, broken references. And I could filter just to see a specific type of error. And you can see how valuable these are for a contract like this. A lot of these terms are going to be undefined or missing and things like that. Capitalized terms that are missing. And this just helps to do a final pass before you're about to sign and know that the document is free of errors that could be very legally relevant. So that's Macro. It's a quick way to bounce around and review documents, create annotations, export those annotations, and detect key errors that could affect the deal that you're working on.